I've spoken to real ROT people. They've told me what it stands for.
What does it stand for?
Reviewing old trailers. Welcome back to another episode of ROT, or Reviewing Old Trailers. Today's episode is going to be focusing largely on the Phantom Menace 1999 original trailer. Another infamous trailer that you guys highly requested. If for some reason you don't know about the Phantom Menace or all of that, the reason this trailer is infamous or a little bit famous is because it was the first footage of Star Wars since the originals that anyone had ever seen. Now, I was like 2 months old when this film came out, so I wasn't there for all the hype. I don't have any perspective there. But the Phantom Menace came out and it was absolute shite and everyone hated it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't sense anything. Credits will do fine.
No, they won't.
Credits will do fine.
No, they won't.
And the rest is history. But people always cite this original trailer that we're going to be covering today as like a huge moment of that year. Like everyone was hyped for Phantom Menace at that time.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
And a lot of people think that on its own the trailer's great, and since I'm now the official reviewer of trailers, of movie trailers, I thought I'd best cover it. So the Phantom Menace teaser trailer was released in selected theatres in late 1998, and people actually paid full admission to other films just to see the trailer. It happens so often that the theatres started playing the trailer again at the end of the film to stop people from leaving, so that they actually finished the film that was playing. There was a second trailer that was released literally a day after I was born in 1999. On the exact same day, a bootlegged version of the film leaked online. So the next morning they released the trailer on the official Phantom Menace website, and shortly after that the servers were overloaded. You also had the very infamous poster that came out for the film, just another ton of coal for the hype train. The film was eventually released on 19th of May 1999. At the time, the Phantom Menace was probably the most anticipated film of all time. It made an absolute killing at the box office. One of the few other films that had the balls to square up to the Phantom Menace's release was Notting Hill, which came out on May 28th. I haven't seen Notting Hill, but I'm going to speculate it's probably better than the Phantom Menace. I don't know. So all the mums could leave their kids in the Phantom Menace screening and go over and watch Notting Hill. But that's enough idle chit chat. Let's get on with reviewing this trailer. Oh God.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
He can see things before they happen.
I'm bored. So I've already watched this trailer a couple of times and I just can't get anything out of it. A lot of people were saying how great this trailer was and how much hype they had for the film. It could be nostalgia feeding into that because these people were probably born a lot earlier than I was and were there for the hype. I don't want to just label nostalgia goggles on them. Maybe at the time this was a groundbreaking trailer and I'm only saying that based off a piece of information that I received on Don't Blame the Pilot podcast when I was talking to David and Baden. David said that this was the first 90s trailer to not have narration, so I can imagine this being a cool, sort of artsy trailer just based on the fact that the narration's completely absent. I don't know the truth to that, but I definitely can believe that it was one of the first trailers to stop using the weird narration.
The Force is unusually strong with him.
He was meant to help you. He was meant to help you. He was meant to help
I don't sense anything.
This isn't going to be as good as the Alien trailer review because there's nothing interesting for me to really comment on personally. With Alien, there was so much that just got the juices flowing, like ooh, this is cool, and I went off on all sorts of different tangents. So I'm just going to try my best to string some sort of video together with this. Usually with these trailers, I like try and look for objective things, like the structuring of it, or certain shots, or the way it's edited, but it's really basic. It's just shot of cool thing, you know, they're selling you on all of the different features of the film, like the pod racing, the Naboo, the cities, the desert, all the different, the globe trotting / the intergalactic trotting. Sam Jackson's in it, get hyped for him. It's Sam Jackson's worst performance, but get hyped. There's nothing cool about the structure or editing about this trailer. It's fairly basic, but maybe it was innovative for the time. Maybe as I view more and more trailers from the 90s and earlier, I'll kind of gradually grow to appreciate this trailer more, or not, or it's just gonna stay shit. Probably is, because it's a fucking little bitch of a movie. That's what it is, fucking Phantom Menace. This little bitch.
You can see things before they happen.
The most wooden performance by Liam Neeson. Like, the first shot that they show is Gungans going through mist, and it's a nice shot in and of itself, but it's just, you can't quite get a good look at the monstrosity of the CGI. But then again, the CGI was probably good for the time. But and as for like the shit CGI, that's like a common thing you want to criticize prequels for. I don't really care about that. There are plenty of like really cool films from different eras that are just because they're fun, I can excuse certain bits of terrible CGI. But then again, these films like rely heavily on it, so when it's shit, it kind of fucks the whole film. Yeah, it's just, I'm repeating things that have been said like for decades now, like this, you know, just like, oh, over-reliance on CG, and I don't want to really review fucking Phantom Menace, because it's been done to death. The Phantom Menace is a review whore. Everyone's reviewed it. Everyone's got inside that shit. Just shit, just boring shit. For me, this trailer is just random bullshit. I know it's a teaser trailer, but for me, it is just complete random bullshit. I'm obviously watching this trailer after having been familiar with the film for years, for all my life. Every generation has a legend. Every journey has a first step. So it's saying, oh, you need to witness the beginnings of the amazing original films. Everything has beginnings, and it's essential for you to watch this film. Like, no, you don't need to have a backstory for every fucking pile of shit on Tatooine. One thing that stands out the most for me with this trailer is just how overly busy a lot of the shots are. The amount of stupid, useless shit that's in frame. Just so much CGI. And again, like, I don't want to repeat it, but yeah, George Lucas had so much power. It's just an indulgent mess. You have Watto, that's great, you know, I'm so hyped for Watto, wow. This shot with the fucking tree cutters that have droids inside them, they reveal that later, it's sick. Just like with all these shitty, retarded animals, like what the fuck is that? Prosthetic Yoda, but it doesn't save the film, does it? And they replaced it anyway with a CGI Yoda in the later editions. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Plinkett reviews address this, but when you think of Jedi, the sense of oneness that comes with that, almost like monks, like karate masters, and they're just in the middle of this disgusting industrial metropolis like Blade Runner. This is where the Jedis reside. It's just horrible. Look, it's just a big bunch of shit. It's just a bunch of grey. Like, he wanted to do Blade Runner, didn't he? But does he realise that Blade Runner's like a dystopian, yeah. So there's not much dialogue in this trailer. Young Anakin doesn't have much to say because his deliveries were awful.
Will I ever see you again? What does your heart tell you? Are you sure about this?
Also starring a wooden Natalie Portman, worst performance of her career. Huge Jedi Council room with all these stupid Jedi. You don't care, they're all just douchebags. It just shows how shit the Jedi were in the prequels. They deserve to be extinct. They deserved Order 66. Fuck them. They can't have it both ways. They can't be like expert fighters and also, oh yeah, you can't love. You can't love. You can be an amazing fighter. You can be risking your life every fucking day, but you can't fall in love with a woman. Why didn't they just teach people to be in a relationship but control their emotions, not just avoid women, avoid the pussy at all costs, just do not go near it, it's bad for you, turn to the dark side. The whole Order 66 thing, the whole Anakin turning bad, all stemmed from the gross sexual repression of the Jedi, of the neutered bitch Jedi who are afraid of women. You can risk your life for the universe, but you can't get your dick wet.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
Oh, this is going to be a more comedic, goofy trailer because it's boring. I've got to come up with amazing knee slappers to make this video entertaining. And people are going to say, alright, got to be more objective. Them freaking out underwater, a big fish getting them. Darth Maul, Devilman, the double lightsaber. So this trailer does get across what the experience of watching the film is like for me. Overly busy, convoluted, too much useless, random, non-essential shit packed in there, all taking away from the original simplicity of Star Wars that made it cool. Every saga has a beginning, yes. It was called Star Wars 1977. Anything interesting? Yeah, you see the droids, yeah, the origins, the fighting. You do see a bit of Jar Jar in here, not much, but enough for you to know what's coming, I think. So, all you idiots, you lack the foresight to know the doom that you were walking into when you went to that cinema. Shiny. The score for the films are fucking fantastic, 10 out of 10 on that front. yes, 10 out of 10, everything gets a rating. It's not a particularly well-made trailer, it's just a montage of clips from the film, not really doing any cool suggestions or saying why this film's so unique or why. It's just saying you need to watch this because it's the beginning of a sort of amazing story.
The boy is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
Also starring Ewan McGregor's most wooden performance of his entire career. Hot off Trainspotting. As soon as someone does a cool niche performance in an excellent film, straight on to a terrible Hollywood blockbuster piece of shit. They phone it in. shit, boring. What else is there to say? Oh, so there's no particular craft to this trailer. There's nothing interesting for me personally to comment on.